It's draft day.
Ears.
Sorry?
I said I got Drake in my ears right now.
Oh, is a new album out?
Oh no, I wish I was waiting up for it. By the way.
Oh yeah, because isn't it coming out this weekend?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Friday technically, American time, which is technically now. So it's supposed to be Friday night.
Okay.
So I'm looking out for it. Shout out to Drizzy Drake.
Shout out to Drizzy, waiting on the new album. We're ready. What is up, people? Welcome to the first live real draft with the people who support us over on the Flock Fantasy website. Shout out to the followers. Shout out to everyone who supports us. Shout out to you who is watching. Drop a like as you join the stream. We're excited to have a good day, to have a real draft for you guys. Money on the line. Trey Lance to the Cowboys. I'm sure we'll talk about that at some point in the stream when things are less hyped. But good for him. At least he's maybe getting another opportunity. Probably not.
I mean, I don't know. We'll talk about it.
To me, like, all right. Let's go. Twitter take. 150 characters or less. Go.
Twitter take. The only way Trey Lance is going to get a starting opportunity if Dak Prescott misses some time. I think Dak Prescott has more than 2 to 3 years on his contract still here with Dallas. Hard to see him getting on the field anytime soon. But love that he's going to sit behind Dak Prescott, learn, being a good. I mean, they're both good teams, right?
Yeah.
Cowboys, 49ers. A good fresh start. Get him out of there, and the Cowboys fans will eat it up.
Yeah. It's done. That's my take. It's time to move on. Yeah, unless an injury occurs. You're right. Trey not going to see many reps. Yeah, probably won't, unfortunately. What's up, Chase? Welcome in. Can't wait for Dak versus Lance on ESPN and Fox. What's up, Lazy? Welcome in. Who is Trey Lance? I don't know, actually. Trey Lance going to play defense? Maybe. Line him up at linebacker. Let's see. Big body.
Big body, Trey.
Welcome in, gang. Welcome in. Let us know who we're hanging out with. Like we mentioned, be a friend. Hit the like button. Today is the first of 3 live streams that we're doing in the next 7 days, where we will be doing real fantasy football drafts with real money on the line, real pot to win, with the people who support us over on the Flock Fantasy website. So you might be asking yourself, just quickly, what exactly do these guys mean by supporting us on the Flock Fantasy website? Well, if you don't know, earlier in March, we started collaborating on a website with a bunch of other really good content creators. Mason from Flock Fantasy, the guys from In-Game, Stock Exchange, Fantasy Domain. You can find rankings over there for redraft, for Dynasty, both Superflex, one quarterback, best ball. I have been consistently updating my rankings every chance I can with any sort of updates that come. So if you do want to support us over on the Flock Fantasy website, go ahead. Use our code LAND when signing up. You'll get 30% off your membership. You got a 3-day trial, I'm pretty sure. And then if you choose some other Flocker tier, if you for our code LAND, you also unlock something called the Fantasy Hotline, which is going to help you out tremendously this year in fantasy drafts. It's a direct DM to us to ask us any questions that you want the entire offseason. You can get a trade in your inbox and send it to us. What do you guys think? Say, no, that guy's trying to screw you over. No. Don't take the trade,
Don't do it.
But it's a good day to be great. We're glad that you are with us. We see you guys in the chat. What's up, Captain Barney? What's up, Good Times? What's up, Andrea? What's up, James? He says, I am Darcevis. What's up? What's up? What's up, Joe? Welcome in. What's up, Brandon? What up, Code? QB in Dallas is worth more. It could be. Your pick on the Flock Fantasy site gives album cover vibes. Does it? What does it look like again? Oh, mine? I think both of us, we look fantastic, don't we?
Yeah, that's a banger. The way when I used to look good, when I was younger, before 30s. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So here's how this is going to work today. English is hard, right? There will be 1.5 minutes on the clock. This is a PPR. Every league we give the chance to vote on roster construction. This league decided to do a 1 quarterback draft. PPR, no tight end premium, nothing like that. But let's go ahead and count it down in 3,
Here we go.
2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Here we go. Something special.
This
some
would
things
be...
we would also like to, some household rules, guys, in the chat. If you're watching with us, I don't know if Zach mentioned it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe Justin Jefferson is still on the board.
Right. Don't do that.
Try to keep names out of the chat. We don't want to influence draft in any single way. So, I think that's the biggest thing here. You're on the clock. What do you think?
I am on the clock, and I've been really hoping that CMC was going to fall to me at 3. I see it in so many drafts. There's a couple players going ahead of him, and I was hoping he might fall to me. I was trying to keep it quiet on some of the live streams.
He was.
But it didn't happen.
Just didn't work.
It didn't happen. There's a couple directions I can go here. Okay.
Here we go.
All right, let's not overthink it. Welcome to the squad, Tyreek Hill at the 1.3. Sticking to the rankings. Don't overthink it. We've prepared for this situation. Jamar Chase goes at the 1.4.
Keep it simple, stupid.
That's right. What's up, Jordan? Welcome in. Welcome in, Jello.
Just do a dart to Jonathan Mingo.
Love it. Dan, my dad is drafting with us, by the way, at the 5 spot. This is his first pick. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
The one piece of advice I give my dad every year, do not draft Patrick Mahomes in the first round. First thing he does, drafting Patrick Mahomes in the first round. I called him up today. I was like, hey, do you want my rankings? He's like, no, I'm just going to free ball it. He's like, I'm just going to be the only person there that doesn't know anything and give it a go. I was like, all right, you do your thing then.
You do your thing.
So Pat Mahomes goes off the board at the 1.5. Angelic looking, Sargood says. Herrick says, I got offered CMC and Rashee Rice. We're not answering dynasty questions on today's stream. Sorry, man. This is a real draft. Let's engage in the environment, How many roster spots? This will be 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and 3 flex spots. He's a real Chiefs fan through and through. Dad's winning it all. We'll find out. Yeah. Okay, so the first round so far.
A little bit different things, yeah.
5 wide receivers, 4 running backs, a quarterback, and a tight end. I think this will be the only league I draft in this year that has a quarterback in the first round, but Dad's doing his thing.
Yeah, they can't talk shit about your dad either because we'll just roast them. Say something
exactly.
bad about Savage. Daddy Savage.
Diggs at the 111. And funnily enough, we were in a Superflex draft last night with some friends in a home league. And Diggs actually went earlier than this in a Superflex league.
He did.
So you love to see it. Father Savage for President 2024. I know where you live, Dan says. That's true. He does. LT Great, thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you for the super chat. He says, hell yeah, Pops, got that Mahomes stock. Tell your son to believe in Justin Ross. I like Justin Ross, LT Gray. I don't think he's going to be a superstar like some of you guys out there. The ESPN network, by the way, just this week, someone said, I think it was Dan Orlovsky, is that who it is? He said, the Chiefs just got AJ Green and nobody cares. Like, this man is literally calling Justin Ross AJ Green, like young AJ Green. I'm like, can you calm down? Okay, close to an auto pick here for John.
Nah, John's taking his time. He's taking every single second he can here at the turn. That's exactly what you want to see. So AJ Brown and CeeDee Lamb right off the boards there.
Yeah, I not gonna lie, I kind of feel like the 3 spot isn't good this year because there's so many players I feel like are worth drafting. But to get AJ Brown and CeeDee Lamb, that's a great start. I love it.
Yeah. Adam Thielen is a little bit slow getting up on the sideline here. Off the floor.
Okay.
That's not okay.
Just Dak says, I'm here to beat the entire family, and I was 100% confident Mahomes would go to the 1-5. Go, Dad. Love it. Okay, so we see A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb, Stephon Diggs, Garrett Wilson at the turn here. Captain Barney at the 110 starts with Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley and Nick Chubb there.
And he grabs, Nick's got a big old Chubb. Go double hero RB start.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not a bad way to start. Not a bad way to start.
Here we go. Now Billy, the foundation here, on the clock. Kingdom Builder. They call him. Getting Cooper Cup at the 1-9. What an opportunity.
Yeah, let's see what he does here at the 2-4. Billy's taking over Las Vegas, by the way. Doing big things.
Is he in Vegas?
Yeah.
He moved to Vegas.
He's been in Vegas for a while.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I remember he was in Arizona for a little bit.
Yeah. I think he's been in Vegas for over a year or so now.
Okay, nice.
But Cooper Kupp was his first pick. Honestly, though, getting Kupp at the 1-9 is kind of crazy. Like a wide receiver who could easily lead the league in receptions.
Yeah. Let's see. What
3 spot is Chase's favorite. Good pick at the 12. Whoa. Are these dad references because Zach is working on a savage stack? No comment. Okay, you went Travis Kelce with your first pick. You're back up.
Yep. And I say this every single time. If my running back 3 falls back to me here at the 2-6, I ain't taking him every single day. The Durka. They call him Derrick Henry.
Okay. So,
wow, what
Derek
a start.
Off the board here.
What a start.
What a start. And now Just Dak is on the clock, starting with Bijan Robinson, the Falcons' RB3. Jokes.
Here we go.
Don't worry about the depth chart, people. Don't worry about the depth chart.
Bijan
Robinson is going to be the starter sooner than later. But what is up, people? Welcome in. If you don't know, this is a real draft with people who support us over on the Flock Fantasy website. Do us a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Such a simple way to support the channel. 50 of you watching. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday night. Hopefully you've got some good drafts yourself that are coming up as we see Josh Jacobs, Jingleheimer Schmidt off the board. Wow. And now Dad's on the clock and he goes Chris Olave. Dad, Sky Moore was still available, man. You know?
He was still there. I mean, it was
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was still available. Damn it.
And Tony Pollard goes right before Zach here. We all know how much Zach loves Tony Pollard.
Yeah, that hurt my heart right there. I'm not going to lie.
That's just unfortunate.
Okay, damn.
Pivot, though.
Damn.
This is a tough spot here.
This is genuinely awful, the way that this has started for me.
100% awful.
This couldn't have gone worse to start, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay.
Just do it anyway.
No, we're going to grab Mark Andrews here.
Okay, Marky Mark.
This could not have started worse for me. Genuinely. And it couldn't have started better for whoever's about to get this player.
Let's see. There it is.
Yeah. I mean, it could not have started better for Killer K there.
It is just like...
Clearly the best player on the board was Jalen Waddle, but I could not grab Waddle and Tyreek.
He should... Oh, man. That's funny. That's just unlucky.
Yeah.
Did that happen in our other mock drafts?
No. I've never been in a scenario where Jalen Waddle was there.
That's so weird that happens here.
But, man, I wish I could have started with Jamar Chase then. That would have been really fun. What can you do? Yeah. I've not been in a draft where Waddle is available that late. That's what's tough about it.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Yep.
So, I mean, Killer K, great star, CMC, Jalen Waddle. Now Chase is on the clock, on the edge here. Let's see what happens. There should be some college games as well right now. I know Notre Dame isn't playing. Aren't they playing right now?
I don't think yet.
Is that today?
I'm pretty sure that would be tomorrow on Saturday.
That's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It was not Notre Dame. It's like USC playing.
Navy and Notre Dame is the first game. Then we have USC and San Jose State.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow.
Yeah. Captain says, while some of us wait for a bit longer on our pick, what's the greatest export from Australia? What is the greatest export from Australia? As DK Metcalf goes off the board at the 212.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What's the biggest export in Australia? My dad says me. He's the biggest export in Australia. What is, though?
I think it's... Isn't it Cole? Am I thinking about that
I
wrong?
don't know. I think it's.
I think it's Cole. Like
Karina,
I
what's the
know.
biggest export in Australia? She said it's some kind of mining thing.
I think it's Cole.
So
because
I
Newcastle,
hope that's helpful.
where I live is it's like the coal mining. It's like where all the ships, and all the ships and the coal things come out of. I don't know how to really explain it.
Yeah. So
Opal.
from the people who live in Australia so far, what we can give you so far is to tell you that the biggest export is mining things and coal stuff. So I hope that helps.
Under pressure.
Yes. It's iron ore. It's iron ore, people. Okay, so Jefferson off the board. DK Metcalf. T. Higgins off the board.
Off the board.
Let's see how this pans out. There still could be redemption on the cards here.
Oh man, what a day already, huh?
What a
I've
day.
got Patriots and Titans on as well.
Okay, Josh Allen off the board.
I mean, wow.
And that works out well. Welcome to the squad, Calvin. Okay, so not hating the start so far. Not hating it. Welcome to the squad,
Not a terrible start.
What was I gonna? Carlos says actual league drafts are so unpredictable. I swear, it's true. You can mock draft as much as you want, but at the end of the day, it's gonna go wild.
Yeah, every single time.
Dwayne Bowe is sitting somewhere. Sam says for Dad. Dad says gotta go win the money. Love that. Josh says Badaki has the best team. That's the Titans fan of me talking.
Appreciate you.
Hill has 103. Yes, sir.
Okay, so Jonathan Taylor, Darren Waller. Oh my gosh, Rainy Dan is going crazy here today. I mean, I appreciate that Darren Waller can go in the third round because that means something special is happening. And if we're really going based off Zach's rankings, this is where maybe he should go.
Okay, look, Darren Waller would be the third tight end off the board for me. However, I have consistently said if it's not Andrews or Kelsey, I'm not touching tight end until round 6. But I love the confidence from Dad to go Darren Waller there. Not where I would have drafted him, but it's not where I would have drafted Mahomes either. So Dad's doing him, and you love to see it. Let the man do himself there.
Devonta Smith, I was really hoping he was gonna fall to me right there.
Iron ore, gold, raw earth materials. Gotcha. Joshua says Kate Blanchett is the biggest Australian export. Who's Kate Blanchett? She's an actress. Karina knew that one straight away. Zach, let your wife make the last pick. She probably won't be here. She's got to go do something, but maybe. Keenan Allen off the board. Love that pick for you. In fact, you're having an incredible draft so far.
Here we go. See you in the playoffs. Bailey Zappi on the field.
Waller's going to eat, bruh. He says, I love it.
I love it. I mean, Daniel Jones.
Let Papa Savage cook,
Darren
Dave
Waller.
says.
What they really want to say is stuff that they know is disrespectful, and you can't say it in our presence.
Right.
Say it in my face.
I just don't know all the actresses' names, Captain Barney. I'm sorry. James says, took a risk there with JT, but felt like it was go big or go home. Yeah, I hear you.
No, for sure. I mean, 2 risk players, I think, went off the board already. I think Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, we all know how we feel about them.
Yeah.
JJ, I said I'm not drafting him unless he reports to training camp. But Jonathan Taylor, I mean, not that he's not on the team, but doesn't feel like he's going to play this year until he gets traded. So we'll wait and see what that looks like.
Which I will say, like, if you asked me when that report first came out, when the Colts were like, oh, yeah, we're going to let Jonathan Taylor seek a trade. If you asked me when that report first came out, I would have told you there's no way a trade's going to happen. But now, like, a lot of the reports are leading us to believe it's a genuine possibility that there could be a trade on the cards here. So we'll have to wait and see what actually goes down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what happens. I mean, I think Miami's in the lead personally. But anything can happen last minute.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
But shout out to everybody watching the stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday night. You might be saying, why are these guys live? They're never live on a Friday night. We're doing a real draft here. Real money, real pot on the line. So thanks for hanging out with us. We talked about Trey Lance a little bit earlier, but I guess we can just say, yeah, I mean, as someone who was all in on Trey Lance last year, when Purdy went on that 7-1 run, I pretty much gave up at that point and was out. But it does not look good for Trey Lance. I will say at least he's in a different situation. Like at minimum, we can all say, hey, at least he's got a different organization to be a part of, different coaching. Maybe they're going to look at developing him. But this is Dak Prescott's team. It's that will not change, in my opinion. This will still be Dak's team.
Yeah, for a little light of the tunnel here for any of the Trey Lance truthers, maybe that say, hey, there could be a pathway. The Cowboys do have an out after this year in 2024, but that is a $61 million dead cap hit. So either Dak Prescott gets traded or he gets significantly injured where he cannot play and Trey Lance is the starter. That is the true way you kind of see this panning out.
The only way Trey Lance takes the field if there's an injury to Dak is how I see it.
Or if a team, I would say, like, maybe Dak takes a massive plummet this year.
Sure.
And Trey Lance takes big strides in training camp and they like the way he's progressing.
Yeah.
And they trade away Dak Prescott. I mean, massive hypotheticals.
Yeah.
But that could potentially be a pathway if that is truly the case.
Could be.
But yeah.
Chase says he thinks the Jets should add JT. Could you imagine Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook, Breece Hall in one backfield? That would be wild. Okay, Captain Barney, starting with 3 running backs to begin the draft here.
Let's see where he's going to go here.
Yeah, so let's see what's on his mind here for these next couple picks.
So we see Jahmyr Gibbs, Ramondre Stevenson, Joe Burrow at the turn, and John gets Breece Hall at the 4-1, then Aaron Jones. Very interesting.
At what point does Jonathan Taylor become a steal? I'm going to be honest with you, JSC. Like, if anyone's telling you that they know the answer to that question,
yeah, I mean,
they're not being truthful. Like, if anyone's like, I can tell you exactly where Trey Lance is going to go, when he's going to play, and what he'll look like in his new offense, if he does get traded, that person is just lying, unless their name is Jonathan Taylor. No idea. Absolutely no idea. And if anyone's telling you or giving you analysis on it, then they're just lying to you, honestly.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel off the board right after Drizzy Drake London. So Billy starts with 3 wide receivers and a quarterback in Jalen Hurts. Dad agrees. You'll love to see it. Josh says Trey Lance made like 28 mil already. Jerry Jones or early retirement. GG's, boys. GG's. Keenan or Calvin, really close to my rankings. If Calvin wasn't available, Keenan probably would have been my pick. So, genuinely, I don't think you can go wrong. I'm leaning Calvin really, but it's very, very close.
Man, this is contemplating being between a running back and a wide receiver here.
Okay.
Even a quarterback. I'm going to follow my rankings.
All right. Joe Money Mixon off the board.
Get Joey Bags here.
I like it. I like
Plenty of talent. Plenty of talent.
Loki kind of wanted to stack Lamar and Andrews, but Captain took that away from me.
Yeah, really interested to see what Captain's going to do here.
Yeah, it's an interesting strat. Could pan out. We'll see. Were you surprised that Lance was traded? I was surprised how much they got. I'll be honest. I don't know if that's just me, but I was pretty surprised that they got a 4th-round pick. I mean, the Niners are telling us that he is not as good as Sam Darnold, and I don't think anyone would trade a 4th-round pick for Sam Darnold right now. So I don't know. I put a poll out actually over on my Twitter because I was just trying to gauge like what people thought, which we'll look at that in a second as DJ Moore goes off the board.
That's who I was contemplating right there. I was like, DJ Moore or something else. I mean, if I look at the board there, if I didn't go running back and some of these running backs doesn't come back to me, I'm just not sure if I love it. Yeah, there goes Travis Etienne right there.
Get back-to-back Jags. But
Yeah,
you and I were in a draft last night. And
yes, we were.
I got Calvin Ridley and Travis Etienne in the draft last night as well. Worries me to have so much stock in 2 players, but I freaking love that offense this year.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's it's gonna be interesting. Dang, DJ Moore. I did draft DJ Moore yesterday in our home league. I'm really excited about DJ.
Yeah.
I just released a video, a guy that is rising up my rankings. I am taking him over DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Watson, Deebo Samuel, and Drake London at this very moment. I mean, he's risen significantly for me.
Yeah.
I'm believing in that offense and what's going to be happening there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't see those running backs coming back to me, which I'm happy that I'm seeing them going off the board. So
yeah,
I'm feeling good about my pick.
I definitely was considering Fields there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, those are the 3 players: Joe Mixon, DJ Moore, and Justin Fields. I kind of was like, well, if I take DJ Moore, I don't think Fields come back to me, so I don't get the stack, which is okay. But see what happens.
Trade window is only for our dynasty leagues, Gator. We don't do trades or future picks or anything in the redraft leagues.
Yeah, you can trade all throughout the season if you like, right after the draft.
Yeah. Carlos liking your team.
Thank you so much, Carlos. Appreciate you.
Damn, Darren Waller in the 3rd. Guess go get your guy. Yes, that's my dad at the 5 spot, and he is doing his thing. He's a Maverick.
Papa Savage. Shout out to Maverick.
Codename Maverick.
Codename Maverick. I mean, Top Gun 2.
Unreal.
Can I ask you this question?
Maybe.
Father Savage.
Oh, okay.
My father-in-law said that the second Top Gun was cringy. He liked the movie, but he thought they did too much of nostalgic, where it felt like it got too cringy for him. Was that the same for you? Because I guess I didn't really feel that in the second movie. I thought it was good. Didn't feel cringy at all.
Okay,
like
so sorry, that was either an auto pick or not. I'm not sure, but sorry.
Or not, yeah. Want to wait and see. But it was like all the talk to me goose and all this other stuff. And he said, no, I thought it was good as well. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
All right.
I feel
You're on the
like
clock.
if I don't go with a running back that I want here, I'm not going to get one on the comeback that I want. I imagine these running backs going. I mean, I could be wrong. Give me wait, did Alexander Madison get hurt or something?
No, but he's still on the board technically.
Well, it says questionable, so I'm trying to figure that out. I didn't hear any news about him having an injury.
No, I think he's been limited in practice since week 1 of preseason.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
All right. Well, we're not going to risk it because I haven't done my research if that's a new injury. I could be wrong. Don't want to risk it. So next player on my board would actually be Chris Godwin. Welcome to the squad, Chris here. Starting my flex. Getting in my flex spot. Don't want to risk it. I did not see an injury for him. Guns Montana says, how you about K Herbert? We like him.
I guess we
like him. We don't really want to talk about players that aren't being drafted yet, guys, just so everyone's aware. Just draft etiquette for the stream. Try not to mention players that haven't been drafted yet. We'll try our best to give everyone every opportunity to draft the players they want. ATJ's liking the approach from Billy at the 9 spot. You love to see it.
Kenneth Walker, man. I was hoping he was going to come back to me right there. I got pretty excited.
Ken Walker off the board. So Hey, you can say whatever you want about Pat Mahomes in the first, Waller in the third, but team's not looking bad. Team's not looking bad. All right, now Dak up. He goes 2 RBs and 2 wide receivers in the first 4 rounds. Josh says, the original Top Gun is my favorite movie of all time. I literally have a pilot's license because of it. Love that.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
That is awesome. That is really
I love
awesome.
that.
Kittle goes at the 5-6.
Kittle.
And now, Badaki, you're on the clock here. What are you thinking?
I am on the clock. This is crazy, but
Thank you for the sub, NMB.
appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. This is wild, but I'm going to continue to build off of running backs here, potentially. I don't know, maybe should I?
I don't know. You do you?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to take JK here.
Okay, JK off the board. Thoughts on D-Hop this year? Akshay says, I'm not really all in on D-Hop, I would say, like others. I don't dislike D-Hop. But he's ranked as my 25th wide receiver. I mean, that's the most I could say at this moment in the draft. Whoa. Javonte just went at the 5'8".
Yeah. That's RB20
Sheesh.
right there. I just checked JK as my RB9 or the RB19 off the board. Javonte RB20.
Damn, son.
I mean, he's definitely risen. I mean, another guy that was in this video that I just released this earlier today for you guys. He is definitely rising up my rankings, but I'm not necessarily sure I love him as my. I'm not comfortable with him as my RB2 personally. I think he's really comfortable, and he normally goes as an RB3 type of player. But hey, let's see what happens.
Tyler Lockett off the board. That was the other player I was considering at the 5'3". I think that's a great pick, and I don't think Tyler Lockett should still be on the board, honestly. So for Captain Barney to not go wide receiver until the 5th round and then grab Tyler Lockett, obviously not ideal as your number 1 wide receiver, but I think that's a very good start for him so far. We see you guys in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for commenting. Go ahead and drop a like if you have yet to do so. 38 likes, 56 people watching. The quick maths, if they add up, say we can get to 50 likes. So help us get there as we are streaming a real draft for you guys. Jim, what's up? He says, would you take Keenan if I can stack Herbert in the next round or still take Ridley? I'm like, honestly, when I'm drafting guys, especially in non-best ball drafts, I'm not thinking about stacks. If it happens and if it naturally comes to me and I'm on the clock and I'm ready to take a quarterback and it's going to naturally line up with a receiver that I have, that's fine. But I am not someone who would force a stack into my lineup. And I don't think Badaki would either. I think it's if it happens to us, then great, but it's not something that we're purposely, out there to get or that we are prioritizing necessarily.
Yeah.
Go best player available.
I kind of alluded to that when I was on the board with Joe Mixon and DJ Moore and Justin Fields. I mean, I could have taken DJ Moore, Justin Fields, hoping that it come back to me, but that's me forcing that stack, knowing that the chances is not as high. So you kind of go with your tiers, go with your rankings, trust the process. I mean, if this, like Zach said, if the stack naturally falls to you, that's phenomenal. But if it doesn't, that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Chase says, I was expecting Javonte to go earlier than normal on the mocks, but dang, I mean, get your guy. Get your guy. I know Ed Max in the chat with us. Let us know, Ed. Josh says, be honest, Gibbs is the wide receiver 1. You're not wrong there. David says, Raider Nations for life. RBs are going heavy in this draft. Yeah, they are going pretty heavy.
They are going pretty heavy.
A little bit surprising.
Yeah, and I'm surprised at myself. Normally, I would go wide receivers, but these running backs are falling to me. I felt like that was a value at that moment. And I feel like there's plenty of wide receivers that are gonna hopefully come back at some point, but we'll wait and see what that looks like.
We'll find out. Yeah. James says considered Walker, but didn't want 3 running backs in the first 5 rounds. Can understand that. ATJ says, honestly, I think the stack is just a fun thing to have, to be honest. I wouldn't force them for sure. Gibbs definitely would drop in a half PPR format. I mean, yeah, it's hard to answer all the questions that you guys have in the chat because we would have to discuss other players, But yeah, in a half PPR format, for sure, he would drop. I project him to be very valuable through the air. That's what I'll say.
Jahan Dotson there.
Jahan Dotson at the 6'2". Was hoping he might come back my way. Baby, won't you come my way?
Genuinely, if it wasn't J.K. Dobbins, it was Jahan Dotson. And there was Deontay Johnson, too.
Ed says he's bullish on Javonte. I love it. Love the conviction, my man. As you see, DeAndre Swift off the board for Billy at the 6'4". So Billy is got that Hurts and Swift combination on his squad. Ed Mack on the clock now. 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Captain says, I cannot believe I got sniped on a reach. Wait, what do you mean, Captain, then? Oh, maybe Captain was going to go Jahan Dotson? I don't know.
Maybe.
He was going to take Dotson, yeah. Dotson, I mean, yeah, I drafted Dotson last night in the league that Padaki and I were in. Definitely a big fan of him. Big fan of him. So Deontay Johnson at the 6'3", Jahan, James Conner, DeAndre Swift. And let's see what Ed Mack is up to. He went Javonte in the 5th. 3 wide receivers. We will probably change the clock to 60 seconds when we get to round 7.
You're bugging. You are kidding me right now. 3 players that I wanted. Jahan Dotson, Deontay Johnson, George Pickens going right there in front of me. That is frustrating.
Be careful. There's a lot of talk about how... All
right, I'm going to take Christian Kirk then.
All right, Christian off the board.
Shit. That makes me mad that I took JK then.
I'll be honest, this is actually frustrating Badaki. This is genuinely frustrating him, I can tell.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you're frustrated, for real. Those are 3 names that you felt so confident at the 6'2". You're like, all right, I'm going to get one of them.
One of them is going to come back. No doubt about it.
Netmana. GG's.
That's so stupid.
Sometimes you got to chuck up the deuces. Just say GG's.
Deuce and a bubble goose,
We tried our best. Be better. Be better tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll chat after, Captain. We'll chat after. Let's have a conversation.
I cannot believe I'm getting Terry McLaurin at the 6'10". I understand there's a toe injury, but I don't know. That seems crazy to me. Almost a round after Jahan, and I love Jahan, but I love him because I can get him later than Terry. That's why I'm in love with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think in your build, it feels comfortable getting Terry. You already have 3 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Didn't want to take Terry as my wide receiver too. That really pushed me back. But yeah, I mean, I get it.
For sure. Kind of just shocked. I have not seen him go this late in drafts yet. Great pick from Ed Mack, Carlos says. So Ed Mack, he loves the Pickens pick. James says wanted Terry, but not already. But having taken JT, wanted another running back. And I can see where you're coming from. As we see Ayuk and Cam Akers off the board. I now need to pause the draft and change it to 60 seconds. So the draft is now at 60 seconds. Auto picks will not be undone.
Yep. Let's say, okay, clock is there. Okay, nice. I was going to message.
Yeah. So keep that in mind when you are drafting people. No auto picks are going to be undone.
See how we go here.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get interesting.
Yes, sir.
Hollywood Brown right off the board there.
Hollywood. Man, the Cardinals selling everything. It's kind of weird vibes, right?
I mean,
just me?
It's not weird vibes, but I'm not surprised about Simmons. They declined his 5th-year option, so they probably didn't want to pay him regardless. Number one, you have to remember that like this coaching staff, this GM wasn't, doesn't have any ties with any player. But yeah, it is kind of interesting how everything is kind of panning out right now. But
yeah,
I think a big conversation is going to happen next year if Caleb Williams.
Damn. My guy off the board. You know what? I actually appreciate that because you're now forcing me to do the smart thing instead of what I wanted to do, Killer K. I wanted to take Jordan Addison and punt running back another round, but that would have been a dumb move. So I would have followed my heart and taken Addison. My guy, I love him, obsessed with him, but we need to be smarter, and we're going to take David Montgomery here at the 7-3. Welcome to the squad.
Not bad, good size. Not bad, good size. But yeah, there are rumors. I mean, I says, does Kyler come back this season? Depends. I mean,
who said that?
I'm not.
Okay, right.
Somebody in the chat.
Gotcha. Go ahead, sorry.
HM, yeah. According to reports saying that he might not.
Yeah.
I think we all know, like, if you're in a Superflex league, you're probably drafting another quarterback just in case.
Right.
Kyler Murray doesn't start. So, I mean, we saw that yesterday in our home league. Someone drafted Kyler Murray, but they got somebody else in the later rounds.
Yeah.
Because if he does come back, that's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, then
no expectations is the right expectations for Kyler this year. I would be shocked if he doesn't play the entire year, personally. But it's a possibility, I guess. By the way, guys, we are currently 5 subscribers away from 5,000. So I feel very confident today, our first real draft live stream of the year, that we can reach 5,000 subscribers. 5 subs away. If you're one of those people who have been lurking for quite some time, you watch the content, pops up on your YouTube feed, maybe you don't realize that you're subscribed or not, but we are currently 5,000 or 5 away from 5,000. So help us out, hit that sub button, because we are very, very close to getting there.
Oh, I love it. Brandon said, do it, Padaki. I love that the community knows exactly what I'm about to do with this pick. He's coming home. I've been doing it every single draft. I've been talking about him for the past 3 years. Something special's happened. Here we go. Elijah Moore.
All right. Elijah Moore off the board at the 7-7. He gets his guy. You love to see it. You love to see it.
I'm feeling good. I got Elijah Moore. I got Christian Kirk, Keenan Allen. The wide receiver depth is coming up right now. Still a lot of talent on the board. We'll see what happens.
Yep. I thought it was a mock draft, MP. No, this is a real draft, my friend. Real draft with people who support us over on the Flock Fantasy website. And you can see, MP, I got your boy, Marky Mark, at the 210. So
Mark,
we
baby.
out here. We out here. Antonio Gibson off the board. Then Jerry Jeudy. That's going to end up being a great pick when he's back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Billy's building a super team here. I don't like Pierce or Swift. Outside of that, he's building a super team.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry was somebody that was on my queue. I think if I didn't have Joe Mixon, if I didn't draft J.K. Dobbins there and took Tyler Lockett, Deontay, Dotson, Pickens, any one of those guys, I think I would have taken Jerry Jeudy or Elijah Moore and then just been okay with it.
Yeah.
But like knowing my build right now, it's tough to take Jerry and having him sit without having that wide receiver depth.
Yeah, it is tough because you want to win right now, and we just don't know when he's going to be ready. So I get what you're saying. I mean, Jerry's a my guy. It's really tough for me to see him still on the board, but Yeah, it's
But
a
it's
tough
good.
spot to be in.
It's good for Billy. I mean, Coop, Monra, Drake, London. He's chilling at the wide receiver depth right now. Kind of feels like he's still going to get a little bit more. I'm assuming. Has his quarterback. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Currently 3 subscribers away from 5,000. 3 subscribers away from 5,000. We're going to get close.
Appreciate you guys.
89 for a good time. Let's go, MP. You actually, thank you, MP. You literally just gave me my team name for this league. That's perfect. In honor of MP, we have finally found our team name for the Alpha Draft.
89 for a good team.
What? What?
All right, 89 for a good time. Let's say 89 for a good team.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. We're updating it right now. As we see, Judy, James Cook, who I thought you might consider. I know that's one of your dudes. Then Mike Evans at the 7-11. But of course, you probably had just too many running backs already.
Yeah, I'm okay with my running back room. I mean, if somebody falls right now, maybe I'll take him, but we'll see what happens. John on the side there.
Dallas Goedert off the board.
And Dallas Goedert there.
Hey, thank you for the sub, Jerry Nickerson. So that means...
Thank you so much, Jerry.
Refreshing. That means still 3 away. Still 3 away. So that was a late sub. My bad. My bad. Too eager. Too eager.
Oh my goodness.
Really hard not to take Judy. Chase says, yeah, tough place to be, man. Tough place to be. I do like Mike Evans at late, honestly. I feel like that is good value at the 7-11. That's, I mean, Kyle Pitts, we don't know what he'll be this year, really. But building one hell of a team over there at the 11 spot. Absolutely. Mark says, yo, boys need help. 10-man Dynasty. We're not answering any Dynasty questions today, guys. We're doing a redraft, real league. We're trying to focus on the draft. We love you guys. We love you. But, I mean, look, if you truly need something answered straight away, Super Chat is an option. You guys know in all of these drafts, we always answer as many questions as we can. But today, we're doing a real draft. Come on, let us embrace that real draft community, the atmosphere. You know, let's be amongst it, amongst the people. Michael Pittman at the 8-1. As the wide receiver 3 here. Zay Flowers at the 8-2. Zaza's off the board. But we love you, Mark. We love you. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Perfect team to take. Judy doesn't need him right away. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The Cardinals do have, 2 first-round picks next year. I honestly, I still can't wrap my head around how the Cardinals decided. Like, the Texans. I would love to be a fly on the wall when they were getting those trade calls and they decided, you know what? Yes, we are going to be okay to give up our future first next year. Not the Browns. We had the Browns. We had the Texans. We're okay. You know, this is a smart move to go ahead and do this right now. When in reality, they actually could have paired up CJ Stroud and JSN for free. I just think that's going to come back to haunt them. Sky Moore off the board. You love to see it. A lot of belief there in Sky. Style says, awesome value on ETN. Appreciate that. Just dropping in. Happy draft weekend. Happy draft weekend to you. All my guys getting sniped early, James says. Yeah, it's tough.
It is tough right now.
Yeah. It's tough. It is tough. Hey, shout out to the 67 people watching, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you've had a great week. It's Friday night. You're ready to get into some real drafts this weekend with your friends, with your workmates. Thanks for joining us. We're doing a real draft as well with the people who support us. Do us a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button. Just a simple way to support the channel, help us grow. And also, we are 3 subscribers away from 5K. 3 subscribers away from 5K. 2 subscribers away from 5K. Just refreshed. 2 subscribers away from 5K. So if you haven't subscribed, you could help us reach that monumental goal tonight. Could be the night. Something different is in the atmosphere.
Something special is happening here. Okay.
Yeah, we're not surprised, Sam. You're not wrong there. You're up. What are you thinking here?
It's pretty simple where I'm going. I just want to make sure. I don't want to
Okay.
quickly make a pick. Just overlooking. I am going to take a wide receiver here. Just want to make sure that I want to do this and there's nobody else on the board. Okay, I'm going wide receiver here. Brandon Cooks.
I like it, man. I like it. You know, when I finished my projections, he was much higher in my rankings than I originally anticipated. He's going to be the number 2 there. I'm pretty confident. Let me go double check what I gave him. But I gave him a healthy target share. As we see Tony and Burks off the board. That is good. Give me man. I feel like if any team here can do this, it's mine with the depth I have. We'll grab JSN at the 8-10. We don't even need to start him.
Don't even need to start him.
But yeah, I gave Brandon Cooks a 19% target share. That would give him 123 targets in that offense. So yeah, I'm a fan of the pick. I think it's gonna work out for you.
Yeah, I'm happy with the way this has fallen to me right here. I got my 3 running backs I got to worry about. I got Travis Kelce. I'm getting my depth at wide receiver. I like my wide receivers. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. Brian Robinson, that's Bijan Robinson, actually. If you guys don't know, Bijan was traded directly for Brian Robinson this morning. Yeah, so that is actually Bijan in a Washington uniform. Welcome to Washington, Bijan. Big things happening in D.C. Actually, I'll tell you what.
Brian Robinson is at the Falcons. Something special.
Yeah, the atmosphere is changing in Washington, D.C. I am telling you what. It's a different atmosphere there.
Bro, have you seen that interview? I have no idea who he was, but I was watching the Pat McAfee show. And they were making fun of him. I think he's the new owner for Washington.
Yes,
and he was
I saw the interview.
It was so funny how awkward it was.
Oh, super awkward. I loved it.
I forgot his
painful
name.
To watch.
He's like, dang, I'm trying to think of their names right now. Their announcers.
Yeah.
Who are they again?
Joe Buck and freaking the Cowboy guy.
It's Joe Buck. So Joe Buck was talking. He had his hands out, like he was talking with his hands, and I forgot. The Washington owner, like awkwardly, like does a handshake and realizes that it's not a handshake.
I loved that moment, dude.
And then Troy Aikman is laughing at him in like an awkward laugh.
Yes.
It's
so funny. So funny. I loved watching that. I mean, it couldn't have been more awkward if they tried. But you got to embrace it. You got to embrace the awkwardness.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh Harris, he said.
Yes.
Joshua said.
Mm-hmm. Khalil Herbert, such a good pick. That would have been my next pick. I'm not even going to pretend like it wouldn't. That would have been my next pick. 100%. But we've got something else up our sleeve here. We've got something else up the sleeve. Let's not wait any longer on quarterback. Let's go ahead and we're all in on Jacksonville with this team. We're all in on Jacksonville.
Okay.
Welcome, Trevor Lawrence, to the squad. Linking up with Calvin and Travi. How Jacksonville goes is how we go this year, and I'm expecting big things.
I thought that you weren't going to go there. I was hoping Trevor Lawrence was going to fall to me.
For the Kirk stack?
For the Kirk stack. I was like, I'll take him. I'll take him there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's no way he's gonna have 3 Jags.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. But in the 9th round, you guys are kind of making me do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like at some point, it's too late. But yeah, let's go Jacksonville. Let's go Jaguars. The amount of stock I have in the Jaguars offense this year across all leagues is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. So much Ridley, so much Trevor, so much Etienne, Ingram, even Kirk. I mean, I've got all of it across my league. So, and I've said this before, but last year I did not anticipate how good that Eagles offense would be. I mean, I'll hold my hands up and say I was not necessarily in on Jalen Hurts, and I didn't think that offense would be the way that it was and how explosive it was. I think this year that's the Jaguars. So you'll see that in all my leagues.
Yeah, I like it.
Also, I heard someone on a podcast. I actually think it was the footballers. I'll be honest; those are really the only people I listen to. I'm just gonna be honest, but because we're always making content, it's hard to then also keep consuming content. Love the footballers though. That was my first love, and I think it was Mike. I can't remember, but he said Trevor Lawrence's discount Justin Herbert this year, and I was like, okay, I can see where he's coming from. Obviously you prefer Justin Herbert, but I get it. I get what he's saying.
All right, I'm gonna go. I couldn't get T-Law. That's okay. I'll get a stack with Elijah Moore here.
Okay.
I think it's time to take Deshaun there. I think Ed Mack would have wanted him. He does have Amari Cooper, but maybe I'm wrong there.
And fully prepared for the judgment in the comments. Can we all please
okay.
roast Badaki for taking Deshaun Watson, a man that we would never want around any of our children? Can we all just roast him in the chat, please?
I'm okay with that.
Be doggone with Massage Gate.
I know I can look myself in the mirror and says I am not supporting him in any way. But if he was me a fantasy football league,
you'll buy his jersey.
No, I'll buy Elijah Moore's jersey. But I would also say thank you.
I love it. No, I think that's a good pick. If you can disconnect. Okay, we can all agree Deshaun Watson's probably not a good guy, right? I mean, who knows what happened? We don't know. No one really knows. There's people who get upset when you say he is a bad person. There's people who, if you're not hard enough on him, they're like, what the hell? You like what the guy did, But we can all agree something weird happened. Something weird went down. Probably not a good guy. But we want to win a fantasy championship. How many points is he going to put up? That's what you need to tell me. Don't pretend like you guys weren't drafting Kareem. Who was it that stomped someone in an elevator and then won people championships?
Gosh.
Was that Kareem?
No,
I feel like that was Kareem.
Kareem didn't. I thought Kareem had like something against his partner.
Kareem Hunt. Yeah, don't pretend like y'all weren't drafting Kareem Hunt that year. Okay? Okay, don't pretend. Little early, Craig. MP says, Craig, little early, Craig.
Little Craig. Come on, Craig. Get up, Craig. Come on, Craig. Get up, Craig.
True, Joshua. Oh, true. Yeah. Okay, so Jamison Williams, Michael Thomas off the board. I'll tell you what. I'm just realizing that we've got Terry and Jason. So put ourselves in a situation here.
Here we go.
And
here we go.
We'll find out how it pans out. Need you to start week 1, Terry.
Need you to start week 1. We'll see what happens. Oh man.
Dak says, "Stop clearing my queue, Captain." So you're taking all the players he wants. As James Williams, Michael Thomas, John is up here. Clock is counting down. John is a master at the edge so far.
He's taking his time. He knows exactly who he's gonna pick.
I haven't seen one auto pick so far, but he's always making his picks on time. 2 is the pick. Okay, so 2 quarterbacks. Very interesting. Yeah, 2 is a great pick for sure. Yeah, no, I agree. Just don't love getting 2 quarterbacks there, but doesn't mean it's the wrong move at all. Do you know your schedules yet? No, we'll check that afterwards. I'll have to see when me and my dad are playing each other. Keep your name out my fucking mouth. Yeah, did you see that interview from Tua about Ryan Clark?
Yeah, about Ryan Clark. He was like, I'm Samoan.
Yeah, which Americans don't understand.
I don't think they do.
Like Samoan culture.
Yeah, like they are big dudes, and they're yadded up, and they're super nice. But they'll beat your ass.
So nice, but if you mess with their family, like, you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
These are some real dudes.
Don't mess with Samoans.
Yeah. I mean, they will do anything for family. So, and anything for respect. A very respectful culture as well. Like,
yeah.
You don't want to be messing around with the Samoan community. That's for damn sure.
He did apologize, though.
He did. I saw.
Apologize. Yeah.
Yeah. He did apologize, and good on him. right?
Oh my goodness.
Because
That's who I want to.
I'll be honest, he was getting a little frustrating to watch at times. Like some of the things that he started saying, I was like, "Are you doing this for clicks?" At some point.
Ryan Clark.
Yeah, like the whole George Pickens is more talented than Justin Jefferson. You wouldn't find a bigger George Pickens stand than myself before last year, but he's not more talented than Justin Jefferson, you know? So some of the things I'm like, are you saying this because you believe it, or are you trying to get clicks? Like, I'm not really sure I understand. Ray Rice, back on the Chiefs, and just got picked.
Ray Rice.
No, that's Rasheed. That's
Richie,
Rasheed.
Richie Rich. I call him Richie Rich. Shout out to Richie Rich there. Ryan Robinson. Oh, I was about to say.
The Rock
Ryan
is.
Robinson went ahead of Antonio, but he didn't.
The Rock is Islander. Yeah, that's true.
Is The Rock Samoan? I thought he was.
He's Islander. I don't know if he's Samoan, but I know he's Islander.
Mm-hmm.
He's from the Pacific Islands, if I'm not mistaken. I saw a Samoan at a bar bite the tip of a guy's finger off. That doesn't. I believe you. I fully believe you that happened.
That's not okay. Man, where do I go here? I'm stuck between two players right here.
Jim says, how many points will JMO score when he's back in PPR? It's a good question, man. And as someone who's obsessed with Jameson Williams, I think there's a lot of context that we just don't know how the year's going to go. We don't know what the team's record will be, how the offense is flowing. I mean, if the offense is top 5 like they were last year, if they are top 5, the offense is absolutely humming, then Jameson is likely going to be an addition to the offense to make it even better, to stretch the field. If they're struggling, maybe he's an answer to some of their problems. So it depends on where their offense is and what's working, what's not working is what I would say. Badaki goes Rashad Bateman off the board. Just Dak. 5 running backs, 3 wide receivers. He grabs Rondale Moore there. And now Dan, my father, on the board. Let's see what he does here.
Dan, my father.
Any chance the Chiefs wide receivers have a prominent role in that offense? I personally believe that there's probably one wide receiver you can start this year on the Chiefs, and I'm not even sure. Like, you can probably flex him. That would be Sky Moore. Outside of that, I think Kelsey's going to be the guy, but I could be wrong. I don't think, again, it's one of those scenarios where if people are telling you exactly how it's going to go, I don't think they are telling you the truth.
Yeah, I got the number 1 receiving target over there, so don't stress about it, man. Don't overthink it. You get Travis Kelce, and that's it. I'm joking. I mean, yeah, we hope it's Sky.
Yeah.
You hope it's going to be Sky
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. When I told Badaki my ranking of this player, you were really shocked.
I was.
And I wanted to take him at the 9-3, but I saw Trevor Lawrence, and I was really concerned that this player would not get back to me. From week 9 onwards, we're talking about a top 6, top 7 running back in PPR formats. I only need him to get 8 to 12 opportunities a game. It's exactly what I imagined Jerick McKinnon, what Devin Achane could be in Miami. That is Jerick McKinnon. I'll take him here at the 10-10 as my RB3. Welcome to the squad.
Welcome to the squad there.
I am very excited about grabbing him as my RB3. Not someone that let me be clear. I don't think he's going to be a top 5 running back this year. But I do think he's going to be a flexible option. I really do. I mean, especially when I statted them out, I didn't even give him a very high percentage of the rushing opportunities in that backfield. I gave most of it to Pacheco. I gave him about 25% of the rushing opportunities and 8% of the target share. And he still ended up being a pretty good value in my eyes. The thing is, you don't need that many opportunities to score a touchdown in that offense, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll take him there. He's one of my favorite picks in round 10 and beyond.
No, it makes sense. I mean, let's see what pans out here for Jet.
Yep. Also, a sick nickname. Imagine people calling you Jet. Like, that's just awesome.
Good guy. Great guy.
Yeah. Great guy.
Great guy. Friend of the show.
Good heart.
All right, here. We're going into the 11th round after Chase's pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rounds to this, our real first draft with the Alpha League. Shout out to each and every one of you. We appreciate you. It's fun so far.
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 more drafts
On the stream
this week, which is exciting.
Well, next week, right?
Yeah, next week, exactly. Next week, which is really great. By the way, John K, you're on auto pick. No pressure, brother. Maybe you have a queue on. Romeo Dubs, I was hoping it's a way to take that queue off. Go to the queue button and auto pick tab. You can flip that on and off if you want.
I'll let him know in the chat too, in case he's not watching. Love the Romeo Dobbs pick there. That was probably going to be my next pick. But
I had him on my queue.
You and I have talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
We do not want to take too much away from preseason. We don't want preseason to be the reason that we make certain moves. Every year, it's the wrong process. Every year. Preseason, it's almost useless to watch at times. There's few takeaways that you can have. One of the things that I have an inkling about, and I don't have any solid reason why this would happen, is that Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson will not be that far apart in scoring this year. Again, just an inkling. Who knows what actually happens? But it's a concern for me at minimum. But by the way, that preseason has happened alone.
Yeah, I was really hoping he was a guy that was on my queue. There's 3 players right now I really want to come back to me, but we'll see what happens. There goes Raheem the Dream. There goes Jonathan Mingo. Yeah, I mean, I wanted Darnell Mooney, Dubs to come back to me there. Romeo Dubs.
Yeah. Mooney off the board there. So what's Dad's team look like then here after all is said and done? So Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Is it too early? Maybe, but he got his guy. Darren Waller at tight end. Is it too early? Probably, but he got his guy. You love to see that. What does the rest of the team look like? I mean, Ken Walker, Dalvin Cook. I'm comfortable starting those guys week 1 as my RB1, RB2. I am. Then we've got Olave, Hopkins. Feel good about those 2. Not sure what the wide receiver room is going to give you with Tony, Juju, Darnell Mooney, but they are all players that could have important roles. Who knows what Tony will be? If Tony actually gets like over 100 targets in that Kansas City offense, then you will be cheering. You'll be taking this to the bank. So,
yep,
it's a team that could work out still.
It could, but obviously a lot of ands, if or buts, question marks. But definitely very interesting.
Jim says Mark Andrews or DK Metcalf, no tight end requirement. I'm going Marky Mark.
Mark, every single day.
Ed Max says I'm ready to trade. You love to see it. Love him some Dobbs. Yes, I do love Dobbs. I mean, he's the favorite target from reports. Doesn't mean it's going to happen in real season, but yeah. Style says I have so much McKinnon across all my leagues. I hope he repeats the production from the end of last year. Same. Same. Okay, so apparently Rock is Samoan. He's part of the... I'm not even going to pretend I know how to pronounce that. But that is awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
That is awesome. Chase says he would have taken McKinnon. Love that. Love that. Okay, update on the 5K. Currently 1 subscriber away from 5,000.
Love it.
1 subscriber away from 5,000 subscribers. So, again, if you want to help us reach that goal, and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we only need 1 person to hit 5,000 right here, right now.
Right here.
So, if you are the person who ends up subbing, comment, say I just subbed, and then we'll hit a refresh button here. Adam Thielen at the 11-7. I like the pick.
Yeah, I mean, I know everyone likes Jonathan Mingo, which I do love. I think Adam Thielen is going to be leading this team in targets, I would say, first half of the season. Then I think that kind of switches to Mingo. Obviously, Thielen, an older player, 33 years old. Maybe he has a couple stretches of a good flex option for me.
Yeah.
Which is good. Continue to build in that depth.
Yeah.
That depth there.
Kendre Miller off the board. I like it. I love me some Kendre. Thielen has 50 yards and a tutty before half right now. Love to see it.
Yeah, he does.
Question: who are they playing?
The Lions.
Lions. And are they starting their starters?
I don't know.
That's always my question when someone does good in preseason.
It's in the second half right now. I mean, Bryce Young did, whatchamacallit, drive the ball downfield. He looked decent. He spread the ball around to, Mingo and Thielen. Had a couple good runs, but I'm not necessarily sure if they started their starters.
Yeah.
I'll go back and have a look, actually.
Whoopsie says, I thought you already hit 5K. Yes, that is on the Dynasty channel. So, I mean, a lot of you guys would know because our Dynasty channel is actually more popular than our redraft channel. But yeah, we're at 8.64 subs over there. So you guys have been awesome. Thank you for the love and support over on the Dynasty channel. Some Dynasty channels don't stay active through the season. We will. We always have. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, we did just hit 5,000. Yes, we did.
Wow.
5,000 subs on the redraft channel. Thank you so much, guys.
You guys. That's
really
awesome.
appreciate the support. I mean, what does that mean across both channels then? Where are we at collectively? So let's do some quick maths. 8,640 plus 5,000. So yeah, 13,640. Be cool when we hit 15,000 combined across both. But guys, thank you so much. Definitely not where we want to stop. We want to keep going and keep putting out the best content we possibly can. But thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. I mean, even the people who are drafting with us today, thank you for supporting us over on the Flock Fantasy website. When you guys do that, it gives us this belief in ourselves almost that, okay, we are, doing well and pursuing the dreams that we have. We are, getting somewhere and people enjoy the content that we're putting out. And it just kind of is that like boost to keep us going. So everyone who's in the league, who supports us over on the website financially, who super chats, who likes the videos, who watches the content, who subs, everything, we really appreciate it. It means much more than you guys know. So definitely appreciate the love and so much good content coming up this year as well on the channel. Like we are very excited about bringing you guys content this year on this channel.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you.
Okay, Nico Collins off the board. Okay. So, am I missing something? Why is Damien Harris still available?
And nobody believe in Damien Harris.
I'll take him there. Maybe there's a report that I'm not I haven't seen.
He hasn't been practicing. He's still not healthy, I don't think.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong. And right now the way it's trending, I'm not necessarily sure if he's gonna play week 1, but maybe that's just me making stuff up. But
the Cook hype is skyrocketing, MP says. I mean, yeah, I still wouldn't trust James Cook to be my goal line running back, but we'll see.
Has returned to practice on Monday after missing some time due to a knee, but it appears the Bills will play it safe with the running back Saturday if Harris increases his practice activity and then comes this week. Okay, so looks like he's back in practice.
Okay, that's good.
Which is good.
Chase says, "Damn it, you sniped me. I'm sorry." Well, we can trade, Chase. Dad says he got AJ because he drafted Justin Ross. So AJ Green officially on the roster. I can cook dinner between picks, Ed Max says. Yeah, I mean, Damien in the 12th feels like no risk, I would say. Actually, really, like in real drafts, I enjoy drafting late round because I feel like in a mock, it feels kind of pointless. But in a real draft, there's like so many players that I'm like, oh, I could, this could be awesome, you know?
Yeah, I have like 10 people in my queue right now.
Yeah.
See how this pans out.
There's one player in particular that I have that I feel like is more valuable than people are giving him credit for.
Let's see. Let's see.
There goes Jeff Wilson. I do like that pick. I definitely like that pick. Let's see what he does with this
Brother
second.
Jeff.
Second is coming up. Michael Wilson. I like that pick too, Chase. I really like that pick too. Y'all know I love Michael Wilson over on the Dynasty channel.
Michael Wilson.
Styles, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Really
Man,
appreciate
awesome.
you. That's very kind of you. Congrats on 5K, fellas. There comes a notification.
So much,
I'm not sure if you guys can hear that.
Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you. Thank you for all the support. Not only just Styles, but every single one that's in the chat. Maybe you've been lingering, haven't said anything before. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
genuinely.
For real. Very kind of you guys. Okay, Josh Downs off the board.
Brother Downs. Here we go.
Okay, so honestly, the player that I want, I honestly think I could wait another round.
You won't risk it.
I think I'm gonna risk it because I feel as if. Oh my gosh, do I risk it or not? Okay, YOLO, we're gonna risk it. Kenneth Gainwell? Those reports are interesting. You know? There are a lot of talks that he could be the number one in that backfield. And I know there were similar talks last year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But still, it's interesting at least because I feel like last year, to me, Miles Sanders, I feel like he had a much stronger hold on that offense personally. I don't feel that way about Swift. I'm sorry. I think Swift is incredible through the air, but if you look historically, he's just not scored points. He's not scored most of his points on the ground. Most of it's come through the air. But there's a scenario in which Kenneth Gainwell is what they want Swift to be. I don't know. Like I said, it's probably a waste of a pick, but 13th round.
Yeah, 13th round. It's okay.
Hurts is the number one running back. You're not wrong. Risk it for the biscuit. You know. You know. Everyone does know, my guys. You're not wrong. But there is still a couple on the board that I was considering there. Devin Singletary is a very good pick. I like it.
Here we go. Ready for some football?
I am actually truly ready.
Oh, man, I cannot wait. How many days? Where's Daniel Macy? I need to know.
I think he said 12. I think he was here. He was here for sure.
Was he? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Style likes the value on Mims there. Where did Mims go? Okay, 12-7 to Dak. Yeah, I like that too.
13 days, Brandon said, I'm pretty sure.
Andrea says this is a good draft. By the way, Andrea, I always call you Andre. Is it Andre? Is it Andrea? Which one?
A couple different ways.
I want to make sure we're saying it right.
All right, Anthony Richardson there for Captain Barney.
I like it.
Derek Carr there for.
Ooh, so that's the QB1 for.
That's the QB1. I mean, he's taking. Well, let's not say anything. I can't say anything. I mean, either you're a Saints fan or you're a Derek Carr fan.
There's no other option? You can't think Derek Carr's good?
I mean, kind of. Deuce Vaughn, I like that pick right there. That was somebody that I have in my queue that I really think is interesting. Second half of the season, or maybe even sooner rather than later, I think we can see him going. Daniel Jones, talk it up.
Danny Dime. So John's got 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Almost as many quarterbacks as wide receivers, John.
Take me off the roster.
But I do love all those quarterbacks. Okay, so the first way is right. So it's Andrea then. I do think that Richardson's a great pick there. I'm with you for sure. We a keeper league to me is like a non-committal dynasty league, you know, and I get why people like it. And there's certain ways that you can play fantasy. There's no wrong way to play fantasy. In my opinion, it's like, hey, are you a dynasty league or are you not? So we play redraft and dynasty. We don't play any keepers ourselves, but it doesn't mean that it's the wrong way to play. You know, everyone's got their opinion on something. Jaden Reed off the board.
All right. I'm really hoping for one of two players to come back to me here.
Okay.
Here we go. Andy Dalton under center here. Here we go. Malik Willis under center. Watching the same time. Malik throw in the middle of the field. Completed catch to number 14. Don't know who that is. Sam Darnold. Quick throw to number 41. Both completed passes at the exact same time. One for a gain about 15. The other one a gain for about 9. Wow.
Yeah. Makes the draft crazy. So captain, damn it. I shouldn't have risked it. Yeah. That's who I thought was really good value on the board. I shouldn't have risked it. I should have trusted my gut there.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit there.
Dang. I mean, you just poked a hole in my heart, man. That hurts. That hurts, Captain. My home league is a 2-player keeper, and it's frustrating. Nothing wrong with keepers, you know? Nothing wrong with them. Just not how we prefer to play. I mean, you know, a lot of people play tight end premium. Most of our dynasties aren't tight end premium. Most of our leagues aren't tight end premium, so there's not a wrong way to play, I would say. I like the Zamir White pick, especially if, you know, Josh doesn't actually report.
Yeah, that was one of the 2 players that I was hoping for to come back.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm going to go with another guy that I believe was running with the ones yesterday. It's Evan Hall. If he becomes something, I'm happy to take a shot here in the 14-6. Maybe, you know, these other players that were technically ahead of him didn't play, but maybe he's just showing a little bit more promise. We'll see.
So there was another running back who started ahead of him, but he did get the second drive after that running back was off the field with the starters, and he looked good. Yeah. He did look good. Yeah. But there was a different running back who started ahead of him.
Yeah, so I know who you're talking about. But just felt a little bit more explosive. Felt like he could. I mean, if I'm just going based off play, you know, anything. No,
I hear you. I hear you.
Anything can happen for sure. But yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a chance here.
You know, this is a weird place to be. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really ever take 2 quarterbacks, but I'm gonna grab Dak Prescott here. I just feel like the 14th round. I just feel like it's too good for me to say no to.
You do you. You do you, brother.
And by the way, Dak, grabbing Kirk in the 14th round, that's incredible. Love that for you. I really think that's a good pick. Actually, Kirk is my quarterback 9 in my projection, so it killed it. Absolutely killed it. Aaron Rodgers at the 14-11 goes off the board.
Last round of this draft, the first one of the year. Excited.
Yeah, I agree. It could be the best pick in the draft, Captain. Yeah, but why is Dak not drafting Dak? Is there something that you need to tell us?
He just doesn't believe in his own play. I get it. You just can't. After they acquired Trey Lance, you're shaking in your boots as a classic Cowboy fan, not wanting to go with the Cowboy. I understand.
Tell us.
There has to be a good reason, because Dak is back, and we all know what that means.
Kirk is too safe. I hear you. Damn it! I wanted Paris.
You wanted Paris.
I've played this poorly, to be fair.
You know, Paris Campbell. Definitely, he was on my queue. I'll tell you that much.
I have played this poorly. Where did Traylon go?
Triggered Trey, I think he went at the 8, 9.
Okay, gotcha.
He went right before JSN.
Yeah.
Pick.
Love to hear it, boys. Consider a keeper league as a way of growing into dynasty. Yeah, I hear you. That makes sense. How can you not go 0 quarterback with the incredible values? Yeah, I know. Like, I felt really good about getting Trevor in the 9th. But to know Kirk was in the 14th, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I just look at people that went in the 9th round. Like, am I going to be excited? With,
I thought that too.
You know, with Samaje, AJ Dillon, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to be really excited about somebody here in the 9th round that's not a quarterback. And I'm just not sure if I like anyone. Like, maybe if Khalil Herbert fell. Like, if in my eyes, if Khalil Herbert was at the 9-7, I'm probably taking Khalil Herbert and then still waiting on a running back or a quarterback. But there's no wide receivers that, like, I'm going to pass up on. But, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Still confident in the bet as long as he's healthy, man. As long as he's healthy, absolutely. Dak says, I was waiting on Trevor and you sniped me. Yeah. AJ Dillon is sneaky this year. Absolutely. I am with you. Okay, I was going to go wide receiver here. I really, like, there's not really a wide receiver that I'm kind of desperate to grab. But I think there's a lot of good tight ends on the board. So we might actually, are we going to do this? Are we actually going to do this?
I mean, I don't know. Up to you, man.
We're going to do this. Where is he? Welcome Jake Ferguson to the squad.
Up to you.
Welcome Jake to the team.
Brother Luke.
Hopefully, Terry is back week 2, and then JSN, is back before all these bye weeks happen. We'll be fine.
Yeah, that should be okay. Plenty of time, plenty of opportunity. I mean, woo, what a team!
Yeah. Captain says I had planned on 5 running backs to start, but then Lamar at the 4-3. Yeah, I get you. Too good value to pass up. Should I start Addison versus Tampa or Herbert versus Green Bay? I would go Herbert for week 1. Addison's a my guy, but yeah, I wouldn't really be super comfortable starting him week 1. Even Olave and Garrett Wilson weren't good, until week 2 or so. So
that's the first week 1 question we had. We have.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out to Styles.
That's
awesome. That's awesome. I actually can't wait. All right. I'm looking at some running backs, wide receivers, running back, wide receivers. Who should I go? Where should I go? I honestly don't know who to take. I think I know where I probably should. I am just going to take a giant because I want to take a giant, and that's Isaiah Hodgins.
Yeah.
Don't have a giant on my team.
He's definitely someone I've been thinking about drafting at times. So who do you think is the number 1 there then? Is it Hodgins in your mind?
I think it will end up being Hodgins, but truly it's going to be a massive rotation.
Right.
The reason why we have the depth is because of how bad it was last year. And it's tough. I know the top 3 wide receivers is Hodgins, Paris Campbell, and Slayton. Just going to depend on the week in the matchup, unfortunately. Yeah. This is kind of like, you're happy that you have him, but you don't know when to start him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Chase loves your draft.
Thanks, brother. Team. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
well, let me know who you guys want to trade. I mean, Brandon Cooks up for the grabs. Rashad Bateman up for grabs. I'm happy to move one of these running backs. Travis Kelce is not going to be going anywhere. I'll tell you that right now. Elijah Moore's not going anywhere. I'll tell you that right now. Everyone else, let's have a conversation.
Yeah, I'd be willing to move Ridley or Etienne. Just because I have them in so many leagues, I'm not going to take like any sort of like low ball offer, but definitely wouldn't trade Tyreek or Mark Andrews. Everyone else pretty much up for grabs for sure. I'll give you Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf for Kelsey, Jay says.
Well, I mean, I'll take Justin Jefferson and someone else outside that's not named DK Metcalf, and we'll have we can talk. I'll be interested.
Y'all keep sending your good receivers to Kansas City, El Tigre says. Giants fans don't want to talk about Tony. They
Tony.
They get
the thing
triggered.
is, Tony hasn't produced. He's only had the Super Bowl game and the one game in his career that has been. Well, he
was pretty good in the playoffs.
I don't remember the playoffs. Because I didn't really. Was he a big thing in the playoffs? I remember the Super Bowl with the punt return, and he scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
Touchdown,
or maybe
Super
that was
Bowl,
the playoffs.
punt return, yep.
I know that was phenomenal, and everything that everyone else points back to is, which I have when I had Tony, which I liked him at the time. I thought he was going to be good until he got all those injuries, was against the Cowboys, where he had like 14 targets or 13 targets. But the biggest thing is not that he's not talented, has to stay healthy.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I mean, that just has to be the biggest thing there. But anyways, I'm excited for this. Let's see who's week 1 for me.
Yes, sir. Okay, so yeah, who am I playing week 1 then?
I am playing
John.
I am playing Captain Barney. That was the first person I was going to talk to. He has James Cook, who I love. You have Deontay Johnson, who I love.
I'm definitely gonna have to move this roster around because I don't think I can start JSN week 1 for sure, and then Terry's in question. So if not Terry, we'll have to probably start Raheem. But we got some options. Don't hate it. Need the Jacksonville offense to be incredible. Matchups in week 1. Let's have a look. So I am facing John in week 1. Chase is facing Darth. Dad is facing Killer K. Ed Mack is versus Billy. Chatterbob is facing Dak. And you are facing Captain Barney.
I am facing Captain Barney. I don't know what my team name should be. I gotta figure that out soon.
So Jason had his surgery, right? Timetable TBD. Just put him on the IR already.
Did he have the surgery? I remember that like he was gonna go look at another hand specialist to see if he should have the surgery.
No, he had the surgery,
opinion. Yeah. Okay.
He did.
All right, I'm gonna put everyone that is available for trade. Well, actually, don't be that
guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be that guy.
I'll
be that guy, man.
I'm open to any trades though. Open to any trades. Captain Barney's putting A-Rich on the clock, on the block. You never know. I'll give you Dak, but that's probably it. But maybe there's Colts fans out there.
Maybe.
All right, feeling good. Feeling good. Week 1 lineup.
Yeah, I feel great about this team. I mean, Billy has a good team too, man. I'm a Cooper Kupp.
The fact that Cooper fell
Jalen
that far
Hurts.
was definitely pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the same issue with me. He's got a wide receiver that he needs to get healthy, so he's gonna have to put. Judy on the bench for a little bit. Start Samaje and maybe KJ Osborne. So he's in a tough spot where we both took players who were injured, and we kind of have to manage that. But really solid team. A really solid team.
A bunch of wide receivers right now.
Yeah, that makes sense, Altigre, for sure. Okay, so when do I face my dad? That would be in week... Nar. Nar. That's how Australians say no, by the way. Nar. Wow. All the way in week 10. Week 10 is the first matchup. And wouldn't you know it, Patty Mahomes on bye. So that also means that half of his team is on bye. Yes, we love to see it. And I know my dad doesn't make trades, so go ahead and give me a dub in week 10. Pat Mahomes on bye, Pacheco, Tony, Clyde, MVS, Ross, and Higbee. I'll take the W. Anyway, guys, that's probably it for today. Already got a trade offer out there. Ooh, I'll have to think on this one. I'm gonna think on that one, Captain. I'm not opposed to it. But shout out to MP for the team name. 89 for a good time. I like it.
89 for a good time.
And also shout out to everybody for helping us get to 5K. Have a fantastic weekend of drafts. Last thing I'll say, again, if you do want rankings for your drafts this weekend, go ahead and use our code LAND for 30% off your membership at the flockfantasy.com website. If you use our code LAND, you will get 30% off your membership. You'll get rankings. I'm updating them anytime an injury happens, anytime a report comes out that I need to really consider. I'm constantly updating them for you guys. We've got a bunch of articles, guide to the waiver wire, ADP for consensus, what to do about JSN's injury, how to dominate drafts. So many articles out there, so many databases for you to access, videos, bonus videos, draft guides. So go ahead and use the code LAND for 30% off your membership. If you choose the Mother Flocker tier, not only will you get everything on the website, you'll also get access to a DM called the Fantasy Hotline, which is a direct DM to Badaki and I for advice all season long. Outside of that, don't think I missed anything.
No, all love. Once again, appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for hitting 5K today. We'll see you on, what is it, Sunday night your guys' time, or Monday night your guys' time. We do have another draft coming up here this week, which is really exciting. So all love. Appreciate each and every one of you.
See ya.